Sometimes we can just look at the things in our house and know immediately that it's clutter and that we need to get rid of it. But the majority of the time, we're just not that sure what to do with a lot of the stuff we own. But today I have a list of 10 out of the box ideas for you to deal with that clutter for once and for all. Ways that maybe you hadn't thought about before. Ways to prevent clutter in the first place. So let's get to it. Number 1 on the list. Be purposeful. Get rid of things that don't have a function. First, let's get that low-hanging fruit. Let's get rid of the things that don't have a function. Maybe you have rooms in your home that don't have a function. Maybe you have furniture that doesn't have a function. Maybe it's just decorative or to fill up space. Do you have an unused dining room? Then put it to use. Make it an office or a game room. Make that dining table earn its keep. Do you have an office that you don't use? Clean it out, because offices tend to be one of the worst when it comes to collecting clutter. And if you don't use it, if you never sit at the desk because you know you'd rather do your work on the couch or maybe at the dining room table, then get rid of it. It's just taking up space, collecting dust. If you don't need that extra room at all, then close the door, close the vents to that room, stop heating and air conditioning it. Save a little money in the process. Take a look at all the rooms in your house. They actually should be serving multiple functions, not just one. Let's make our rooms do double and triple duty when it comes to functions. Don't let a room get by with having only one function, or in a worst case, no function at all. And the same with our furniture. We need to just take a hard look at it. If all it's doing is serving as another flat surface in your house, which you have to buy decor to put on it, or it ends up attracting clutter of its own, then it's probably better to not be there at all. Okay, number 2 on the list is have a one-track mind. We've been brainwashed into thinking that we need a variety of things, or we need multiples of things, such as sheets, clothes, shoes. You only need one set of sheets. Now, if you live in a cold weather climate, I understand if you have a winter set of sheets and then a summer cooler set of sheets, that's okay, but otherwise have one set of sheets. Wash those sheets and then put them right back on the bed. You don't have to store them. You don't have to fold them. Have as many shoes as you want, but not more than one of the same color. You don't need 4 pairs of white sneakers. Let's go to your closet. Take all of your shirts and organize them by color. Do the same with your pants. Now you can easily see how much you own in regards to colors. When I did this, I realized I had like 15 black shirts or tops. And what that did for me is say to me when I'm out shopping, no more black shirts. Even if I didn't get rid of any of the ones that I had, at least I knew not to buy any additional ones. Awareness is key here. You have to sort your closet and organize it in order for this tip to work. But let's take tools, for example. I noticed that I have 5 Phillips screwdrivers, and only 2 of them were any good quality. The other 3 were just some that I'd had forever, and I don't even know where they came from. Get rid of the ones that you never like to use. Keep the good stuff. And we don't have to have a variety of things. We don't have to have a pair of scissors in every room. Okay, number 3, be detached before you get attached. Have you noticed that the longer you keep something, the harder it is to get rid of? We can get really attached to things that don't have much value to us, but we get attached to it because it's been around for so long. You know, all of a sudden, that 20-year-old baseball cap becomes too sentimental to get rid of, when actually, when it was new, it was never one of our favorites anyway. But now we're attached to it because we've had it for 20 years. So the point here is try not to keep things for a long time, because just the fact that you've had it all these years, it becomes nostalgic, it becomes sentimental to you, and it might have not if you hadn't kept it in the first place. So what you have to do is you just have to stay on top of cleaning things out. You have to get back in the corners of those closets, where those bins are. You have to get in there. You have to clean that stuff out. What you can do is just take pictures of things and then get rid of it while you can before it gets attached to you. Number 4 on the list is test the waters and experiment. Try out minimalism in just one room of your house. Start small. Maybe start with your bedroom first. Take everything out that you don't need in order to sleep or to store your clothes, or, leave your TV in there if you like to watch TV at night. But take everything else out that you don't need. Put it in a box or store it in another room for now. But just try to live with your bedroom in that minimalistic state for several weeks and see how it is. You might find that you go back and get a couple of those items and put them in, and that's okay. But see how you like it. You might actually find that you get used to the space being so much cleaner and easier to clean. And you might go into your other rooms and think that there's too much stuff in those, and you might feel, suffocated by all of the clutter. So just try out minimalism in one room at a time. There's no risk to doing it that way. Okay, number 5, be seasonless. Okay, this is something that I'm working on, and it's a work in progress, but I'm not buying that much cold weather or winter clothing anymore, especially sweaters or big bulky things. What I'm doing is I have some neutral blazers, some neutral colored jackets, a denim jacket, and I'm just wearing all of my clothes all year round. And if it's a short sleeve top, I'll just put a blazer over it or a denim jacket, and that way I can wear that shirt all year round. I don't have to switch out, winter clothes or summer clothes or that kind of thing. Now, I know if you live in a really cold climate, this may not appeal to you at all. But I think that even in that situation, most of us, we don't work outside. We work indoors. So if you have a really big warm coat that can keep you warm during your commute or while you are outside or shopping or running errands, then I think we can just layer and not have to buy clothes that are just suited for one season or the other. I think that's just really good marketing to make us buy more clothes. And it's a lot easier to move things around in your closet when you don't have all of those bulky items. See if that helps you too. Okay, the number 6 thing to get your mind to thinking about how to get rid of things is elimination. Now, think of some neutral colors in your closet. Think of some neutral colors that you don't like or that you think don't look good on you. And when I mean neutral colors, I'm referring to black or gray, brown, tan, those types of neutral colors. If there's neutral colors you don't like, you don't think they look good on you, you don't feel good wearing them, then totally eliminate them from your closet. I don't care if it's white or gray or whatever. If you don't like it, eliminate it. And what this does is it frees up room in your closet. When you're out shopping, you're not going to buy anything that color. You can get rid of the shoes that only match that neutral color, all of the accessories, the purses. For me, a good example is I don't like, dark brown. I just don't think it looks good on me. It's never been a color that I gravitate to. Get rid of all the brown. I don't have to worry about trying to match up brown anymore. And I don't miss it at all. And, if white is a color that's troublesome for you, if you can eliminate white, you've also eliminated one whole load of laundry. Okay, number 7, let museums collect things. It's their job, but it's not yours. So don't be a collector of things. Just resist the urge to be a collector. You know the warning signs, you think something's really cool or, oh, that's super cute, and all of a sudden you want more than one and you want more than two. Your family and your friends are buying these for you for birthdays and for Christmas, and now you've got 20 of whatever these are. Once you start, it's hard to stop, and it's even harder to get rid of the items later. Real talent is knowing how to stop with just one and declare that it is cute enough to stand on its own and it doesn't need any competition from any others. No other duplicates or copies needed. Number 8 is set up the counting game. Set a number of items to get rid of every month. My number just happens to be 4. And you might think, that's not a lot. But I don't know why I picked 4. But 4 just seems to be doable for me. And I'm not talking about counting things such as getting rid of papers or things that I was just going to throw away or things that broke and I replaced. Those don't count. They have to be items that are in good shape that I choose to get rid of. Hopefully I can donate them or give them to someone else. But you pick what works for you. What maybe it's 1, maybe it's 20, but just throughout the month write down those things that you find. Keep up with it. Keep count of it. Because at the end of the month, it's kind of cool to look at those things that you actually got rid of. It gives you a sense of accomplishment. Okay, number 9. If someone offers you a trade-in, take them up on it. Trade the car, even if you think you can get more money by selling it yourself, just trade it in. Trade in your electronic device every time you upgrade. I have never regretted trading in my phone when I upgrade to another one. Otherwise, it just sits around in a drawer and it ends up just aging out and becoming non-functional. But if you can't trade it in, there are a lot of ways to sell it or donate it. If it's too far gone for any of those options, then throw it away. There's no sense keeping it. You're not going to replace the battery later. You're not going to fix the cracked, broken screen. Just get rid of it. It's easier to disconnect with the old car when you get the brand new sparkly one, or it's easier to disconnect with the old phone when you got the new one taking up your attention. So just get rid of it at the same time. Number 10 on the list, remember that just in case probably means never. If your answer or response to keeping something is just in case, that's not enough of a reason to keep it. Now, I struggle with this one, and my garage will tell on me. I mean, who keeps extra buttons? I did. I had 100 of them. I just every time you get an extra button, on a shirt that you buy or a sweater or whatever, I kept them all and I never needed any of them. So I finally got rid of them. I haven't needed one since I got rid of them either. So it was just pointless to keep all those buttons. We can attach the just in case excuse to almost anything. And sometimes, these items can be really hard to get rid of. So what I suggest is that you get a bin. Now, it could be the size of a shoebox. It could be, one of these larger plastic bins like you store Christmas decorations in. Whatever. Get you a bin, label it on the outside, just in case items, and go through and just kind of gather up those items that you're saving just in case. Put them all in there. If you need to kind of organize them, maybe put them in some plastic bags or whatever, but just put all that stuff in that tub. Take it to your garage, put it in the back of your closet, and when and if that just in case moment does arise, you can go to that bin and see if it's in there. Now, that's not really getting rid of the stuff by putting it in a bin, but at least it's organizing it, it's keeping it together, it's not allowing you to scatter these things all over the house, kind of putting them in one area. And if maybe in a year or so you haven't accessed anything in that box, maybe it'll be a lot easier for you to get rid of it all at once. Okay, that's my list. Most of the decluttering we do, it begins and ends in the mind. It doesn't matter if we finally get the energy to get up and go do something about that clutter that we've been meaning to deal with. If we don't have the right mental state of mind, all the energy in the world isn't going to help us, because we'll still find excuses to keep the stuff and not throw it away, because it's just easier sometimes mentally to not have to make those decisions. So I hope today I gave you some ideas, some different ways of looking at things. I am searching all the time for creative ideas, ways to make our lives a little more efficient, a little easier, a little better. So I'm going to continue to make videos like this. And if you like these types of videos, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. Now, after watching this video, I have another video I think you'll like. And it's 25 things I stopped buying to save money. I'm going to link it right here. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.